first time, it's like them trying to. It's gonna be like them trying to break Kunta Kinte.
Kunta was a rough nigga. Kunta took a lot of slaps. I'd have been gay to fuck up.
Get his foot caught up all day. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna take some time. It's definitely gonna be some work.
It depends. I feel like boxing, when you get to a certain point in your career, you become bigger than the belts. I feel as if me and Errol Spence is at that level to where if we was both to vacate the belts right now, the fight would still be huge, a mega fight. Yeah. Why? Because we still the two best fighters in the division.
Errol Spence knows it's not going to be easy beating Terence Crawford, breaking his will physically and mentally. He compared it to breaking Kunta Kinte. Now, I wouldn't exactly use that phrase. I would have found something else to use, but you know, it is what it is. It is great bulletin material for Terence Crawford. Speaking of Terence Crawford, he said Spence in itself are bigger than the belts. He says without the belts, it would still be a mega fight. And some fans would agree with that. I disagree with that. I think without the belts, it lacks luster. This fight is for all the marbles. Undisputed at 147, the first 147-pound undisputed champion in the 4-belt era. Now, Spence didn't have any belts, still undefeated at welterweight, and Terence Crawford didn't have no belts, still undefeated at welterweight. Of course, as fans, we want to see that fight. And they probably will be acknowledged as the two best at 147 without the belts, right? But they do have the belts. And I think it adds an extra meaning to the fight. That's just my opinion. And Errol Spence and Terence Crawford may be bigger than the belts, but there is a reason why Terence Crawford wants to fight Errol Spence, wants to beat Errol Spence. He wants to be acknowledged as one of the best to ever do it. He wants to be two-time undisputed champion to show he's the best boxer pound for pound in the world. And there's a reason why Errol Spence stayed at 147. Besides not getting the Canelo fight, and this is the second best fight that he can make money off of, Errol Spence wanted to be undisputed at 147. He wants to prove his critics wrong. He wants to beat Terence Crawford. The key word here is undisputed. These guys might think they're bigger than the belts, but they want the belts for legacy. So if Terence Crawford, Errol Spence met without belts, of course it might be a mega fight, but it would not be undisputed. Leave your thoughts and comments below. Jay Beasy, I'm gone.